Hello, sunshine. Thank you so much for joining Being Awesome with Yvette, where I write and share daily messages to uplift and encourage you to want to change and do the will of God to become a stronger and better version of you. If this is something you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button to be notified when I post the next message. Today, the message is give up control. The scripture is John 14, verse 1. Do not let your heart be troubled. We all sometimes will carry around things that are just heavy on our heart, that causes us a lot of sleepless nights. We need to realize that God is telling us to stop dwelling on things and give everything over to Him, because we're causing ourselves unnecessary stress, and pray for the courage to admit our way is not working and give up control. Guys, I remember I used to struggle with this bad. I remember about 3 years ago, I got into a relationship, and I remember I spent nights, days, stressed, upset, because things wasn't going the way I thought they should go in the relationship. Now, mind you, I prayed and I asked God to make me the woman for the man that He has for me. Well, God sent me someone, and I feel that no matter what nobody else think. But I'm asking God to make me the person for the man, but at the same time, I never asked God to open my heart to receive someone. Because in someone receiving me, that meant that they were going to have to deal with my ups and downs, my bad days, my good days. But here's the thing. I didn't want to deal with his bad days. I only wanted to deal with his good days. And that's where God convicted me. I had to learn to give up control. I'm not telling you it happened immediately. No, it was a lot of ups and downs, craziness, crying, upset. But once I realized that he wasn't the problem, I'm going to say it, I was the problem. Because in order for me to be the woman that I wanted God to create me to be, that meant I had to stop saying things. I had to stop worrying, stress. First of all, I had to give up control. I had to go to God and say, teach me to focus on me. Work on me. What is it that you're trying to show me? Because in the midst of him doing the things that he was doing, I had to also realize, what was I creating? What was I doing in the relationship? Because guys, we can pray all day and we can ask God to send us somebody. But just because God sends us somebody that we say we want, there's always something within them that we are not prepared for. I wasn't prepared for his issues. And guys, to be honest with you, we all, well, for me, let me just talk about me. Let me talk about me. We're all a work in progress. So if you're waiting until you get perfect, you're always going to be single. God revealed to me, he's not setting me up to meet someone who has all their shit together. I said it. He's not setting me up for that. Because guess what? I don't have all mine together. He's going to bring two imperfect people together. But that's where I made my mistake. Because I assumed, because I had my stuff together, that they should have their stuff together. He had his stuff together to a certain extent, but he's still working on him. And guess what? I was still working on me. So why was I causing myself a lot of unnecessary stress? Guys, we got to give up control. We have to give up control. And we need to stop labeling people as toxic and crazy and, they got issues. Because guess what? At the end of the day, we got our own stuff. I got my own issues. So are we going to continue to label other people without looking at ourselves? I had to look at me. Like I said, for the most part, every day I try to be the better person. Sometimes I'm good, sometimes I'm bad. But guys, I cause myself unnecessary stress because at the end of the day, I can't change anybody. I can only stress myself out. I can stress myself and I can stress them. But for what? God has all of our answers. He does. It's nothing wrong with talking to someone and letting them know. But step back. I had to learn that. I had to learn. It's okay to let him know you're doing 1, 2, 3. But guess what I had to do? After I did that, I had to take things to God. I had to take things to God. But in the midst of me going to him, I also had to go to God and ask him to not have me talk to him with a broken heart and get out of my feelings. Because that's where we make a lot of mistakes at. For me, I did. When you go to someone and you're hurting and you're angry, your words don't come out right. So I had to step back, wait till the right time. And then I was able to share, hey, you did 1, 2, 3. But guys, as long as I am open and as long as I give things to God first, God has all of my answers. And guys, sometimes the things that you're stressed about, or for me, the things I was stressed about, God was revealing to me some things that was wrong with me. Because guess what? Sometimes something that we want somebody to change, it could be something God needs them to go through so he can use them. Because guess what? God put me in a place to use me. And I can't talk to someone about being in a toxic relationship or being married to a narcissist if I've never went through it myself. I could talk about it all day. But because of those things, God has opened doors and God has shown me how to give up control. Come take this journey with me. Let's give up control. Let's stop trying to control issues and situations. Let's stop. Because all it's going to do is cause us unnecessary stress, unnecessary things that we don't even need to go through. We need to be happy during the day. We don't need to be walking around with a heavy load of anger and a heavy load of, pointing fingers. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to live like that no more. I want to be able to recognize my shortcomings. I can see his shortcomings, but who am I to keep pointing out everything that he's doing wrong when I got stuff to work on? Make a to-do list of things you need to work on. I promise you, if you focus on you more and them less, I promise you, things will be different. That's my journey. My journey is to focus on Yvette's shortcomings, not so much theirs. Because two people that come together, guys, they're not going to be perfect. You can work on yourself all day, every day, which is a good thing. But at the end of the day, God doesn't bring two perfect people together because none of us are perfect. You got to have somebody that you can argue with. Guys, all argument is not bad arguments. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. But sometimes those arguments, I learned, they had me check myself. They had me check myself. Come take this journey with me. Let's give up control. Let's work on having a better relationship with God so we can be a better person. So we can be better for the people in our life and for the people we want to come into our life. Because until we can admit our way is not working, we're never going to succeed in anything. So come take this journey with me. Let's work on having that better relationship. Let's work on giving up control and giving things more to God. Come join me, Being Awesome with Yvette. Please hit the subscribe button to be notified when I post the next message. Have an awesome day.